When it comes to sales, is it unethical to use bear traps against your competition so you can close deals faster and easier? This is an important question. I'm Scott Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you in video number 7, all about bear traps. Now, here's the thing. I'll work with salespeople and they'll say, hey, Scott, is it ethical to share with a buyer what to expect? And I'm like, heck yes, it is, as long as you tell the truth. Is it unethical to use a bear trap in sales? I will say yes if you are making stuff up. And this whole process, this whole conversation, all throughout these last 6 videos previously, I've said, please, 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 make sure to tell the truth and to not make things up, because your explanation is how you share content. If you make up stuff, you're going to get caught. It's going to work against you. Things will not work out very well. And your competition really isn't that good. Doesn't really matter what industry or service you're in. I can share with you that, like, when you look statistically at fantastic companies and organizations, they're just not there. Most companies are mediocre. Most people that you sell against, they are mediocre. Okay? So please, please, please tell the truth. Now, as a salesperson, it is 100% your role, your responsibility to sell your advantage to the client. What is it that you do better? What is it that you make better? How do you perform better? That's your job. Like it's not just like, some people will tell me, like, Scott, my job is to tell facts. Like, okay, well, is it a fact that you are better than your competition? And if that is true, then by all means use bear traps. If you work for a sucky company, find somewhere else to work. That's just a good rule of thumb. Like, don't sell bad products. Like, I've had job offers and I look at the reviews, I look at the product, I look at the service, and I'm like, no. Now, in consulting, there are people that I turn down. There are companies that call me and say, Scott, will you come train my people? And I'm like, well, let me dig in. Let me find out. And survey says, no, not a good company, not a good service. So as a salesperson, as a consultant, your job is to do cool things, sell cool products, and take care of your clients. Your job is also to set expectations of what is going to happen or explain what has happened in the past. Now, remember, a bear trap is your combination of facts that have happened or will happen wrapped up in a reason why. The reason why something went down, the reason why something happened or something is going to happen. And as long as you're telling the truth, boom, ethical. Making stuff up, super fake, no need for that. Once again, your competition isn't that good. So your job, just like mine right now, is I've taken 7 videos and I've put concepts, ideas, strategies together, and I put them in a way that's consumable for you, right? So, like, I easily could have done an hour on this, but I broke it up into small pieces on purpose because it's easier for you to go, okay, let me watch this video for a minute, 5-7 minutes, 7 to 8 minutes, and then, like, digest it and, like, okay, how could I use that? How could I prepare my process for that? And so if you're thinking about this and you're putting your content into 3 to 7 sentences, giving reason why, allowing the person to explain, like, hey, here's what I like, here's what I don't like, here's a problem, here's an issue, and then moving forward from there. I want you to think about this for a second. A guarantee is kind of like a bear trap. A guarantee is kind of like a bear trap in sales for this reason. The person who wrote that guarantee is saying, I want to encompass you in something that could be done to take care of you, to alleviate your fears and to alleviate your concerns. Guarantee is risk reversal. You're going to get taken care of. If you have this problem, here is what's put in place to take care of you. In essence, a bear trap is the opposite of a risk reversal. You're explaining the risk, the problem, the issues to the buyer or the client. And there is nothing wrong with that as long as you're telling the truth. And so, as a consumer, your consumer fears are that you're going to look dumb or you're going to make a bad decision. And now everybody's got a jerk neighbor or a jerk coworker that they work with that is always judging them. You buy a car and everybody could have bought it better. You buy a new roof, everybody could have got it better. You buy a wedding ring, everybody could have bought it better. And, like, our biggest fear is to look dumb in front of the people that we care about, right? So, like, if somebody pulls up next to me and he's like, your Toyota Camry sucks, because that's what I drive. I got a Toyota Camry. Like, I don't have any reason why that bothers me because I don't know the dude. Now, if my little brother Brian, or my little brother James is like, hey, Scott, your car sucks, it might get underneath my skin because I have risk with them. So Risk reversal is meant to alleviate your fears about what's going on. And so a bear trap is meant to do the same thing. So 100% ethical to use a bear trap in sales because it is a form of risk reversal for the buyer. So just a reminder, bear traps are clear and concise. They are wrapped in reason why somebody doesn't want to move forward with a product, service, vendor, company, consultant, organization, or anything similar. And as long, once again, like for the 5th time in this video, but like for the 20th time in the series, please, please, please tell the truth. Your competition really isn't that good. So your job as a salesperson, your job as a consultant is to set that expectation for the buyer. Your job is to set the expectations for what you have to offer, make sure it's a good product or service, and then explain away the issues that they're going to have by going somewhere else. Hey, here's the thing. At the end of the day, do you have good competition? Yes, you do. There are other good companies out there. There are good services out there. There are good providers, right? I get that, but it's not the mass majority. Okay, so tell the truth. Don't make stuff up. But here's the thing. Use the bear traps in situations. Like you're going to want to practice this. You're going to want to role play it. You're going to want to record it. So the other day, I drove to Monterey. And Monterey from Sacramento is about a 3-hour drive. So what did I do? I grabbed my gaming headset, I grabbed a recorder, and I worked through some of these thoughts and those processes of how to explain bear traps in a way that are going to make sense. So before I shot these videos, I took a quick shower. I'm rolling through and saying, like, here's the way that I'm going to explain this, and this is the way that I'm going to do it. And then I typed up a framework. I typed up 7 pages of notes. So right in front of me on my tripod is a full page of notes. So the reason I'm bringing this up is for you to build out a bear trap, for you to give the information and do it in an ethical manner, you're going to have to practice on your time, not on your buyer's time. Don't roll this out just like this is the first time I've ever tried it. This is the first time I've ever done it. You're going to want to put some effort to it. And remember, this is an advanced technique. So if you're brand new to sales, you can look for what salespeople do. Now, I will let you know, some salespeople do this inherently. So if you're like, Scott, I have seen somebody use a form of a bear trap. You didn't invent it. Okay, you know what? I was the one that put the form around it. I was the one that explained how to put it together. So like you may say that somebody else has done it. Cool, no problem. No harm, no foul. But I put the parameters to it and explain it and put it in a way that like you can use it and you can create a formula and you can make this process happen. Absolutely. And have the people that have done it been very successful after I taught them? Yes. Am I going to mention names? No. Because the whole idea of a bear trap is to sell against the salesperson. So if I said, this salesperson that I know does it and they're very good at it, and you know them and you have them as competition, it's really easy to say, as a bear trap, this is why it's been successful for that salesperson and here's what they're going to do. Okay? So just so you know, I know how this works. You can use bear traps in sales to close more deals, make things more interesting, but please, please, please be ethical about it. Tell the truth. There's no reason to make stuff up. There you go. Are bear traps ethical to use in sales? 100% when you're telling the truth. Now you got one of 3 things to do from here. You can like the video, which is always cool, like the video. You can leave a comment. That's always cool. And you can subscribe if you've never been to my channel. I mean, I've got 2,500 YouTube videos on the Scott Bell Consultant channel. So there's a little bit of content for you to watch. Over the past 11, 12 years, I've been putting up a ton of stuff. So there you go. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, do whatever you want. But know that bear traps are 100% ethical when you're telling the truth. Please don't make stuff up. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by.